going on, guys? My name is Josh. Welcome back to another Minecraft video. Today we are back with some more Tinker's Construct basics. You guys seem to have enjoyed the last episode, I think. I'm guessing based on you have made it to this one and you're watching and you want to learn how to make some materials and some of our actual things. Great, let's get into it. So, what we're going to need is as soon as you build your smeltery, you guys should have received this mighty smeltery, and it's going to give you all these different recipes, alloys, what can be placed in it. And you can see this is what can be mixed here, some pig iron, which is made from iron and blood and emeralds. You guys can get some bronze, and these are the Tinker's Construct materials, and they're they're kind of hard to get, actually. And you guys can see as we go through here, grout, whatnot, and all our different things, making the glue balls, making these different seared stones, end stone, blah, blah, blah. But then we also have this materials in you, and this is where we're going to talk about the different kind of pickaxes and everything that can be crafted. So what can we make materials out of? Well, that's a good question. First things first, you can see we can make it out of wood. It seems to grow everywhere, obviously. And wood's got a nice, small, very little durability, but it's got a handle modifier of 1.0. It's got a slow mining speed. It can't mine, it can mine 0, so only stone can be mined, and it has 0 hearts of a base attack. And you guys can see right here, that's what it gives us. Well, stone can also be used. You can see it has a little bit of a higher durability. It's got a handle modifier of 0.5. It's got a full tool durability of 65. A mining speed of 4 means that it can mine iron with its mining level. And it can do 0.5 attack damage. And its materials tray is stone bound. Then also iron. You can see it requires a smeltery to make this. And this needs durability of 250, a 1.3 modifier, a 325 full tool durability, mining speed of 6, which means it can mine up to redstone with mining level, a base attack of 1, and it's in reinforced. Then we can do flint, which is 171.7119. It can mine up to iron. It's got a 5.25. Then cactus, which is 150. You guys get the idea. Bones. And bones have 200. Very nice. And then obsidian is when the durability goes down. You can see the mining speed goes well up. Look at that. You can see it right back here. Iron's got a 6. Well, obsidian's got a 7. And attack base of 1, reinforced, and reinforced level 3. Alumite is one of the materials added in by Tinker's Construct. We'll talk about crafting that in a minute. But the durability for this is 550. And you can see it can mine cobalt. So that's where you're going to need to get cobalt, which is its mining level. Then netherrack can be used. Blue slime and green slime. Paper can be used. And what's cool about paper is it adds an extra modifier to be added. And it's a writable modifier. So that means instead of having 3 modifiers on a tool, we can put 4, which is cool. Then, like I was saying, cobalt, which is required. An ardite, or I mean a alumite pickaxe is required to get cobalt. Then ardite. Then manilene, and copper. Then bronze, steel, and pig iron. And that's everything that can be used to make materials in Tinker's Construct. Very cool. So let's look and let's create our first pickaxe. So you can see right here, the pickaxe is a basic mining tool. It is the simplest method of chewing through rock, blah, blah, blah. So it's classed as a precision tool. It tells you all the information about it. But what we're going to need, well, it's effective on this. And the crafting parts here are pickaxe head, a tool rod, and tool binding. So let's see what we have. Do I have the pickaxe head? I do. Do I have a tool rod? Doesn't look like that. Well, let's head over here. And let's see. Did I make a tool rod pattern? I did. Well, let's see, tool rod, and I'm just going to grab ourselves this, and then we're going to want a basic binding, which we have right there. So that's what we're going to need to craft it. Now, like I was saying, and what we were reading, we have all these different options of materials we can use it for. So let's look through. Let's grab we'll do an iron rod with, let's do, iron rod, we'll do bronze, or we'll do an iron head, a bronze rod, and a paper binding. So let's, that's going to require us to smelt down some things. So we're going to need to grab ourselves some iron. And you guys can see how much iron it requires is based here. It's going to require 1 piece of iron for the pickaxe head. So we'll grab a piece of iron and we'll start smelting that. Where's our iron ingots? Ingot. There we go. So we'll place iron ingot in here. Then we're going to also want, we said a paper binding, so then a tool rod, we'll do a copper tool rod. So copper. Right there. And let's see, copper ingot. I'm just going to grab the Tinker's Construct one. We'll place that right in here. You guys see we've got molten copper. Oh, we already have some molten copper in there. Perfect. So let's move the molten copper to the bottom. And let's place our rod right here. And you can see it's going to fill the rod up. And there we go. We have our copper tool rod. Nice. Then what are we going to need? What's in there? Copper still. 4 nuggets of copper. And we have some aluminum. So nothing's going to really combine in here quite yet, because there's none that can. Now, if you guys do want to get rid of this stuff, that's where the basins come in. So I'll show you that in just a second. But you can see, alright, there's some iron right there. We're going to move that to the bottom. And you can see a molten aluminum brass also was created, which is cool. But let's move that to the bottom. Let's grab our head. And we'll place that right there. And that's going to fill up. There we go. We have our iron pickaxe head. Now, the paper does not require us to do anything. So paper, we're going to want to make it into this paper stack, which is crafted. Well, you just take some regular paper, turn it into the stack just by taking 4 paper, and grab yourself one of those and head over to our part builder, and that's where we place in the tool rod stencil. And that excuse me, not the tool rod stencil, the pattern tool rod there, and paper tool rod. Or wow, I didn't even want a tool rod. I meant the this guy, and plus that, you can see paper binding. Perfect. And now what we want to do is head into the tool station here, and you guys can see basic tool station right there. We are going to take it, and this is going to instruct us for the pickaxe by clicking over here. We'll go like that, like that, like that, and you can see a pickaxe with writable and reinforced 1 with modifiers remaining 4. Our durability is 287. Our mining speed is 6. And that means it can mine redstone level. And we'll name this Prototype 1 just by going up there. As soon as we click that, there we go. We get our Prototype 1 pickaxe. Nice. Now, modifiers can be added to this, which is awesome. So if we place this right in here, let's open up our materials menu, and let's talk about the different modifiers that can be added into different materials. So back past all this stuff, here we go. So you guys can see we can add a diamond, which effects gives it 500 extra durability, and it increases its mining level to 3 automatically, no matter what it is. And adding a diamond to an edge seems to make it more resilient. Then we could add an emerald, which is 50% more durability, and a mining level increases to a 2. And speed, which is, I believe, yeah, I guess speed, you could say, efficiency. It effect at each redstone dust gives a mining speed by 0.08, and a 50 out of 50 is the boost is 4.0, making a wood pickaxe equivalent in speed to an iron pickaxe. And it doesn't do anything on weapons. So we'll talk about that. Then auto repair. This thing is the best. This is what makes Tinker's Construct awesome. It slowly repairs the tools, and that's by adding a moss ball to it. It will slowly repair it, and sunlight speeds up the process. So it's not OP. You can break your durability of the tool, but it will slowly repair it based on how much of the moss you put on it. Then auto smelt. You can see it smelts the blocks at their harvest. It sets mobs on fire if you put it on a sword. It stacks with luck, and it is not compatible with silky, which is another one. So the ball of moss right here is made just by taking 9 moss, a stone brick. Then the lava charge, which is what's needed here for the auto smelt, is crafted just by taking 4 of these blaze rods, 4 fire charges, and a piece of lava. And luck is the next one, which is lapis. Lapis adds fortune or looting depending on the tool. It increases level at mining threshold, so there's a chance of increasing before. Sometimes it adds extra luck to the tool and not compatible with silky. Then sharpness, which is just some nether quartz. It increases the attack damage, and it has less of an effect on tools with piercing process. Then fury, which sets enemies on fire, and every 5 blade powder adds another second to the flame. You can see necrotic. It heals the player every time a monster is attacked, and it heals 1 heart per bone. Then Silky, which is the Silk Touch, which it allows blocks to be harvested directly and not compatible with luck or this, and it's Silk Touch, you guys know that. And Silk Cloth is what you need, which is a silk nugget, or a gold nugget, I believe, or a silky nugget, with 4 or 8 string, and then you need 4 of those, and a emerald to make your silk. Then Reinforced, which is a reinforced plate, which is one of the plates you can get by crafting. What it does is it adds an obsidian plate to the tool. Seems to help with its durability. It affects it adds materials, traits, blah blah blah. Then Knockback, put a piston, gives you knockback to your sword. Beheading, which is a ender pearl and a piece of obsidian. It beheads mobs and enemies drop their heads as a result, so it increases the chance of mobs being, or their heads being dropped. Bane of Arthropods, you guys guess. So just a, what is that, a spider eye, or a, the equivalent to spider eye. I can't think of what it's called. I can't think of what it's called. So that's it. Smite, add this. Raw powder of concentrated soil empowers your weapon, and it does 1 to 2 hearts per level. The graveyard soil is this, which gives you that stuff, but it's just bone meal, a piece of rotted flesh, dirt. Smelt it, you get the concentrated soil. Then electric, so if you guys got Tinkers or like IC2 in the pack, this will allow you and convert your durability to electric durability, which is very cool. Then flux, if you guys have what's it called? If you guys have a why can't I think of the name? Oh god. It's a different mod, the other equivalent to power mod. If you guys have that in your game, you can use these flux capacitors and add it, or a redstone energy cell, and it gives the energy tool. It converts its durability to energy. Same thing here. And then additional modifiers. So if you put a diamond and a gold on it, it's a, what is it? Adds additional modifier slot to your tool. And additional modifiers adds an additional if you by putting a nether star, and that's the end of it. So very cool, right? Well, that is nice, but to actually start adding things, I recommend you guys create yourself this tool forge. So you're going to want to just take your tool station, some 3 seared bricks, and then 4 blocks of iron, and you can get rid of this tool station right there. Place down your tool forge like a real man, like a real tinker and constructor, and you can get started. Just place these things in there, and boom, boys and ladies and gentlemen, we've got our tool forge. So now let's throw this here, and you can see prototype 1. Well, let's start upgrading this guy. Let's grab some blocks of redstone. Like I was saying, block of redstone right there, then block of quartz. Then let's grab a ball of moss. There we go. We only need one of those, and then we'll also add let's add luck. So block of lapis. Whoops. Lapis lazuli block. I love how everything else is block of, and then lapis lazuli block. Tool forge right here. So we'll place that. You guys can see lapis first things first. Right that. And you can see it goes up to 450. You can see I'm about at 180 here. Alright, that should be enough lapis. So we got 198 out of 450 lapis. We'll add quartz to it. So there we go. This holds 72 quartz. There we go, and you can see once we go past that 72, it now actually activates and makes us, adds another modifier, and we can continue going up, which is cool. Now we'll do redstone, and we'll leave out this small boss later. So redstone's definitely something you guys are going to want to add onto here. There we go, we got full redstone now. And, well, pretty much, and then the ball of moss right there. So you can see, what do we have on here? Well, we have a reinforced 1, we've got luck, sharpness, haste, auto repair, and fortune 1. Nice, right? Yeah, I think so. Alright. So let's go, let's grab some random, we'll grab a lapis lazuli block. Let's head into creative mode, or into survival, and let's see. Look at this. Right there. So, there we go. That was 5 blocks. And if we grab just a regular iron pickaxe, let's see what we get off of 5 blocks regularly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right here. So we had 46 before. Right there. Barely anything. That's very cool, and I do like this a lot. Definitely awesome. So you guys understand how that works now. So let's talk about some of the other materials that this mod adds in, and that I mean is like iridite and cobalt and whatnot. So at mod.tinkersconstruct, this is going to show us right here. You can see we got cobalt ore and iridite ore. And these are the 2 naturally spawning ores in the nether. And remember, must make yourselves an alumite pickaxe. So if we go here, let's look at the recipe for alumite. Alumite. This right here. We must make some alumite pickaxes to spawn it. Whoops. To craft it. So you can see alumite. Right here is the recipe. So it's going to require molten aluminum, molten iron, and obsidian. So that is a... what is that? It's a 3 aluminum, 1 iron, and 1 obsidian gives you molten alumina or alumite. So 3 obsidian, or 3 aluminum, 1 iron, and 1 obsidian. So iron. Let's grab that, and obsidian. Let's grab that. There we go. And like I was saying, guys, if you break the smeltery right there, well, whoops, the smeltery controller, there we go, and break it, it will actually reset what materials are in there. So let's grab another smeltery controller, place that down. You can see the materials that are in there are now gone. So that's a good way, quick way of getting it. So now what we're going to do is we're going to place 2 of those, because that's going to give us 2, and then 1 and 1. And I'll be back as soon as this is done, smelting its way up. So everything's just about smelted here. You can see now that we've got that, the aluminum and iron are not actually going to combine. But as soon as this obsidian gets placed in there, well, everything is going to turn itself into alumite. Nice. So let's see. There we go. Just about done smelting her up. And here we go. Maybe. And done smelting. Nice. And there you go. Aluminum's right there, obsidian, and alumite makes it to the bottom. You can see 1 obsidian gives us actually 4, I believe, or 1, whatever it does. But you can see right there, we have 1 molten alumite on the bottom. Very cool. So you guys are going to want to make yourself an alumite pickaxe. Same way we made our iron pickaxe this way here. Same way you do it, just make your alumite. And that's needed once you get it. Let's go alumite pick. Right there. And once we have it made, you can see, well, we head into the nether, and now we can actually mine this cobalt, and this right here, the iridite, can also be mined using alumite. Iridite, awesome. So what we could do off of this now is actually go into here, and I'm going to break this off, and you guys can see that we can place it back down, and we can smelt these 2 things, and we can grab ourselves something else, and we can turn these either into pickaxes, anything, or we could turn them into blocks as well, which is very cool. Everything about it's very cool. But then there's this thing called manilium. This right here. This manilium. Let's see. Whoops. Didn't mean to spawn it. This stuff is the strongest in the mod. You can see iridite and cobalt combined gives us manilium. And what do we have in here? Well, we have cobalt and iridite smelting itself up. So, let's see. Smelty smelt will give us it. And we'll get ourselves some manilium, the strongest material in the game. So that is awesome. That's how you craft those different separate blocks. Very cool. And let's see, once this is done, you can head in here. Let's look. Let's see, manilium. If we grab a manilium pickaxe head, we'll just grab everything. I'll show you what I mean. That's a tough binding. We need a regular binding. Let's see. From placing it in as a pickaxe, we'll want a, right here, right there. You can see it gives us 3,000 health, a mining speed, and modifiers of 3. Very, very cool. definitely a fast pickaxe. You can see these are done. So right there, manilium. Perfect. Exactly what we're talking about. So that is your basic materials and items and basic how to craft yourself a pickaxe. So the same thing, you guys just gotta look through here and, whoops, wrong one. You guys gotta look through here and it'll tell you what you need for each respective thing. So like the mattock, the broadsword, longsword, raptor, dagger, frying pan, battle sign, chisel, hammer, lumber axe, excavator, scythe, and cleaver battle axe, short bow, arrow, and that is everything. So next episode we'll get into and we'll talk about every single one of those and how they're used, what they're used for. So if you guys want to see that, make sure you click on the link on the screen or in the description right down below. But anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode of our basic, well, I guess this is intermediate or middle version of Tinker's Construct, but that's pretty much what I have for you. So anyway guys, hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys all later. Bye.